The man looked through the window and suddenly saw something strange. Inside, a man who looked exactly like him, it was gently massaging his wife's shoulders. He immediately flew into a rage and shouted his wife's name loudly. They quickly got into a fierce argument, but what surprised him was that the next day, when he walked into the house alone, there was another woman who looked exactly like his wife. And this woman was even more gentle, caring, and understanding than the real wife. What on earth was going on? A few days earlier, their marriage had fallen into crisis. They sought help from a relationship counselor. Following the counselor's recommendation, they came to this legendary vacation house. It was said that any couple on the brink of breaking up, if they stayed here for a while, would leave deeply in love again. During the first 2 days after moving in, they did feel some changes. The wife noticed her husband suddenly became charming and caring, even more passionate in bed than ever before. At the same time, the husband also felt his wife's attitude changed greatly. The usually cold and distant woman suddenly became warm and affectionate, which surprised him. They both felt like they had turned into the perfect partners they had always wanted. But strangely, this condition came and went unpredictably, and every time it faded, they could hardly remember what had just happened. Then one day, the husband saw another version of himself inside the house through the window. That's when he realized things were not simple. There was a special guest room in this vacation house. Whenever one of them went inside alone, a copy of the other would appear in the room. But if they entered together, no copies would appear. In fact, the wife had already discovered this secret. She was addicted to the love from the perfect husband copy. She never told her real husband. Instead, she often sneaked into that guest room when he wasn't looking, spending time with the duplicate. Until the husband caught her, and they had a big fight that almost destroyed their relationship. However, when they returned to the main house, they were shocked to find both duplicates there as well. After talking face to face, the two of them learned the house had a very strange rule. Only one man and one woman could truly leave the vacation house. The other two will be trapped here, waiting for the next couple willing to take their place and free them. They couldn't sleep all night. The next morning, the husband decided to leave with his wife. But standing at the door, he saw two identical wives. He couldn't tell which one was real. He looked closely at their expressions. One's eyes wandered nervously. The other smiled warmly and nodded at him. He immediately made his choice, grabbed her hand, and drove away from that strange place. After this bizarre experience, their relationship grew stronger and life slowly returned to normal. Until one morning, while making breakfast, the husband casually asked what she wanted to eat.
All right, so what's on the menu?
Well, I was thinking maybe eggs and bacon.
Her answer stunned him. He clearly remembered the real wife hated that food. That's when he realized the woman he brought home was not his real wife.